Music History of the Contemporary Era by the San Ramon Valley UA chapter.
First of all, we'll be discussing the contemporary era. What is the contemporary era? Although there is no defined time when the contemporary era started, some people believe that it began around 1910, and others believed it began around 1945. Contemporary music is usually engaging when compared to works from earlier eras. Contemporary composers experiment by merging other styles of music together. Early contemporary composers preferred to implement minimalism and postmodernism within their music. And to the right, we have a picture of Queen, a contemporary band.
So first off, we actually have to talk about some famous composers of the contemporary era. One famous composer was Steve Reich. He was born on October 3rd, 1936 in New York City. He then started to learn piano at a very young age. At the age of 14, he began to emphasize on Baroque music and ended up attending Cornell for a BA in philosophy. Later, he studied at the famous Juilliard School of Arts and worked within the San Francisco Tape Center. Some of his famous pieces include It's Gonna Rain, Music for 18 Musicians, and Tilehim. And over here is a picture of Steve Reich.
Another famous contemporary composer is John Cage. John Cage was born on September 5th, 1912 in Los Angeles. He pioneered the non-standard usage of common instruments, such as the piano. And Cage was also heavily influenced by East Asian cultures, and he spent a lot of time practicing Zen Buddhism. Later, his musical styles became controversial, but later others also began to follow his ideas. His most famous piece to date is 433, a piece that is 4 minutes 33 seconds of silence. And to the right here is a picture of John Cage.
And there were some other influential composers within the contemporary era. One such famous composer is John Williams, famous for creating the soundtrack in Star Wars. Another famous contemporary band was the Beatles. And lastly, another famous composer is Frank Zappa.
There were many other instruments that were introduced in the contemporary era. As it was a period of new ideas and change, the instruments also reflected that. Because of that, many non-orchestral instruments became widely used. These included the piano, guitar, acoustic drum, and the saxophone, and mainly the drum, because additionally many new innovative instruments that related to percussion were introduced, such as the drum set as shown below and many wooden drum instruments to the right.
And then to end this off, we're going to be talking about some fun facts about the contemporary era. Many new styles of music, such as pop, jazz, funk, and rock, emerged from the contemporary era. Additionally, contemporary music makes use of many electronic and synthesized sounds, complex rhythms, and gives more attention to percussion instruments. A common definition is that contemporary music is, quote, music performed and created with what is rhythmically, harmonically, and texturally current, end quote. Or in other words, the music that appeals to the current generation.
Thank you everyone for watching.